Hey guys, happy June 1st. And no, I'm not going to use that P word. I was going to do a big video talking about James O'Keefe, Oh My God Media Group, and they're getting sued. And then we also still have the Bud Light thing. But I don't want to do that today. I want to do something a little bit different. Today, I want to read a story to you guys. It's called No More Secrets, The Candy Cavern, written by Shia Ratchick. And if you don't recognize that name, and if I probably butchered it, she is the founder of Libs of TikTok. So I got this book recently on Amazon.com, and this is a little book called No More Secrets, talking about a little lamb who says, once upon a time, there lived a little lamb named Rose. Rose was so excited to start her very first day of second grade. She couldn't wait to see her friends and meet her new teacher. When Rose's parents dropped her off at school, they gave her a hug and reminded her to listen to her teacher. With a skip in her step, Rose ran into her classroom ready to learn. "Welcome, class," Mr. Woolley said. "Today, this year, we'll learn all of our sheepy things like counting and reading, but we'll do it while eating a ton of candy. Wouldn't you like that?" "Ooh!" The class cheered. Mr. Woolley smiled, but he was up to no good. And the best part about this is the artwork is fantastic. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Rose raised her hand, said, "Excuse me, Mr. Woolley, sir. I would love to have a sweet, but my parents told me I shouldn't eat too much candy at once." "No, no, no," Mr. Woolley interrupted. "Don't worry, it'll be fine. You should eat as much candy as you want. Your parents will never know. My class is a safe space." Mr. Woolley laughed evilly to himself. So this book is fantastic. I very much encourage you. We're going to keep going because this is a great Mario Presents. I can feel it. The thought of hiding something from her parents made her feel really funny. Her parents always taught her not to keep secrets from them. But before she could think about it, Mr. Woolley handed her a delicious lollipop. Rose decided that if her teacher said it was okay, then surely she could eat one little piece, and so she did. After school, Rose's mother asked how the first day went. Rose thought about the sweets and looked down. "Fine," she answered, remembering Mr. Woolley's had promised that the parents would never know. The next day, when the lambs were at recess, Mr. Woolley brought out a cart filled with cakes and candy. "Cakes, candy, eat as much as you want. You can trust me. I won't tell your parents. It'll be our little secret." Rose stayed on her swing. She'd already had some sweet treats that morning, and Rose thought she might get a tummy ache if she ate any more. At the end of the day, Mr. Woolley pulled Rose aside and said, "I noticed you didn't eat any cake today, so I saved you a cupcake here." "Thank you, Mr. Woolley," Rose whispered, "but I don't think my parents want me to have so much cake. Maybe I could take the cupcake home and ask them?" "No!" howled Mr. Woolley. "You're old enough to make your own decisions, so don't worry about your parents." Mr. Woolley knelt down beside Rose. "You can trust me, Rose. I'm here to support you, and I won't tell your parents anything. This can be our little secret." Rose took the cupcake, and Mr. Woolley gave her a wicked smile. He knew that his plan was working perfectly. Gosh, this seems like a very good allegory for some things that are happening in our schools. At the end of the first month of school, Mr. Woolley made an announcement. "Tomorrow, our class is taking a field trip to Candy Cavern. It will be fantastic. There are more good things to eat in this cavern than you could ever dream of." That night, Rose's father asked her how her day had been. Rose paused. "It was fine, I guess. I just have a tummy ache." "Oh," said her mother. "What did you eat today?" "Well, I can't tell you. My teacher said it was a secret. Secrets always have a way of catching up to you. Oh, that's not good, said her father. It's important that you let us know right away if anyone tells you to keep a secret from us. So, Rose told her parents everything about the candy, and Mr. Woolley, Rose's father, put his arm around her and encouraged her, letting her know that she had done the right thing by coming to them. Rose felt very thankful that she was honest and that her parents helped her with this tricky situation. The next day, Rose arrived at the candy cavern, but it was dark and damp and not at all fantastic. So, Mr. Woolley had said, and where was everybody? Hello? She called. That's when something big and bad came up behind her. Mr. Woolley snatched Rose up as his woolly disguise fell to the ground. I've got you at last, Mr. Woolley the wolf chuckled as he tossed her into the cage with the rest of her classmates. Rose and the rest of the lambs shook with fear. Ha 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 ha! Another wolf emerged, and they both licked their sharp teeth. Mr. Woolley said, now that I've fattened you little lambs up, we're ready for a delicious lunch. And because you never told your parents about the candy, there's nothing that can stop us. All of a sudden, Rose noticed a shadow approaching. Stay away from Rose! With a whack, Rose's father sent the wolf straight into one of their own cages and slammed the door shut. Rose's parents freed the little lambs and brought them back safe and sound to their own mothers and fathers. From then on, Rose never kept secrets from her parents. Never again did a teacher or candy come between them. And they lived happily ever after. The end. So this is a series of books that have been created. I highly recommend it. This is a very, very good allegory because a similar situation actually did happen in my community. A local counselor was caught with 5 teenagers in their possession when those parents had reported them as missing and to the authorities. And that person is no longer working with the district. And so this story, it hits very close to home. So I wanted to share it with you guys, especially today on June 1st, which happens to be the first day of my birth month. I happen to have it in the middle of the month, but I'll see you guys later, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah! Bye, guys.